Hey everybody, iheartmovees here, bringing you some real talk today. This video, just a little forewarning, might be a bit on the long side, but this would be one video that I would appreciate if you guys can watch the whole way through, or at least watch as much as you can of it. This is going to be my thoughts on Let's Playing as a whole. Now, just also before I get into the meat of this video, also, just a heads up, these are just my opinions only. You don't have to agree with them if you don't want to. Um, if you do agree with them, that's just as well. But these are just my opinions on the hobby as a whole. I will point out facts along the way, but I'm just going to give, like I said, my thoughts on the hobby and everything, which is what this whole thing is. But one thing, I don't want to make any huge arguments about this. I want to try to keep things civil, level-headed. We can have discussions back and forth about this. I'm cool with that. But I don't want any hate comments on this saying like, oh, blah, 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 you're wrong, you're stupid, die. Like, stuff like that. I mean, we're mature, we're adults here, we can be reasonable about this. Okay, so, Let's Playing. We all know what Let's Playing is. It's a person playing through a video game and giving commentary on it. The whole thing started 2007, I believe it did, with just like webcam, camcorder LPs, and the whole thing has come a very, very long way in 7 years' time. What started out as just a really, really fun hobby for people to get into, to meet and interact with people, share their love of gaming and all that with other people, has kind of really gone off the radar. And more so, it seems like people just jump into it with the only focus of making money, which, I mean, in my opinion, which I'll say this phrase a lot, just as an FYI, it really shouldn't be your main focus just to make money. It should just be a thing on the side. Like, my take on that is, it's cool that you can make money making videos like this. It is like really handy and everything. It can, I mean, I know a lot of people get their main income from this, but the way I see it, it should just be like just a little thing on the side as a hobby. But for those people who do it as a profession, I mean, that's good for them. But I mean, like, not like the huge, like, YouTubers or whatever, like PewDiePie or stuff like that, or whatever. This really should just be something you do for fun, and the money's just like, hey, cool, I did money for doing this. But it just seems like people are doing this for all the wrong reasons. And I think now that it's a change of the times, really. If you follow me on Twitter, I was kind of venting sort of my frustrations on the whole thing, and some of it is on me, which I'll go over in this video as well, and just other things that just I've noticed along the way. So let's go with my channel. It's a Let's Playing channel, of course. I've been at this hobby for quite a few years now. I started in what 2009, I'm pretty sure, and so 5 years plus there, and I do enjoy what I do, but nowadays I don't enjoy it as much. It doesn't mean things have changed. It's just Let's Playing is not what it used to be, which is understandable. Things change over time, and we need to adapt to it. Me as a person, I can admit that I'm just not a fan of change. I like things just to be as a routine to stay the same. That's just how I am. I now happily admit that. I can admit my faults. And also, yeah, I'm still Let's Playing, of course. I still really enjoy the hobby, but I'm trying to make my main focus just sharing games that I love with people that also enjoy my hobby of gaming, because there's plenty of people out there that do. And I don't want the money or the fame or whatever to be my main focus. Now, it's not to say that I don't want this. I don't want to contradict myself here, because I want to do this for fun. But I mean, it's also kind of nice to be like, hey, you're get noticed by people, you know? Like, you have a real talent at something, and I will say I think I'm pretty good at Let's Playing. I have room for improvement in many aspects, of course, but I think I have a pretty good grasp on it so far. I've had plenty of time to practice that and everything. But it's just nice, like, hey, you're doing something that you like, and you think you're good at it, you want to get noticed, right? That's just a human nature, really. And there are plenty of people out there that are in my same boat that Let's Play, but they don't get the attention that they should. And we're kind of, it's like overcrowded in a sense, because there's just been a huge flood of gaming content since Let's Playing became a thing. My friend Emil LP Rhodes had mentioned that on Twitter last night. There's that about just a flood of gaming content, which is cool. It is really, really awesome that there's so many people out there that love gaming, and they want to share their hobby with people. But the thing is, though, that creates kind of competition, sort of. Like with subscribers, it's just, if you have just so few subscribers, it's almost like people don't even pay attention to you. They'll see like, oh, you have like 12 subscribers or whatever. They won't even bat an eye at your channel, which is a shame because there's so many new people out there that want to try and get noticed, but they're just so overcrowded with people that are doing the same thing, which that's understandable. That's just how it is. So pretty much what you really want to do, or almost have to do to stand out anymore, again, my opinion, you pretty much either need to do videos on games that just came out to draw attention to your channel, or, and I don't want to say this phrase, but I mean it's kind of on point, is sell out, which, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, people just seem like they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. It's just, yeah, like I was saying earlier, the passion of gaming and all that seems to have taken a back seat to just people like just wanting fame and money, and that's it. That's not what it's really all about. But I will say, for one thing on record, good for the people that have truly climbed and clawed their way up the ladder and earned what they have now, because they earned it. Like, they worked at it and they stuck with it. In my case, I can say, honestly, I can a little jealous of people, because there have been people that, like, they'll start sooner in their career than I have, and be like, I don't like better, but they just get more viewership and whatever than I do. Which, jealousy, yeah, it's human nature to be jealous. There's, I mean, I feel bad because I don't like being jealous of people. I should be happy for people, but that's just there's always that slight bit of you that's jealous. That's just how it is. And one thing also I can say about my channel that I shot myself in the foot on, and I still regret it today, but this needs to be talked about. My whole thing a couple years back with my subscriber wipeout thing, if I had the chance to go back and tell my past self to change my mind and not do it, I would have. I would have said, hey, don't do it, because you will regret this. And I still do. So people way back then who were telling me all about that, either do it or don't do it, and whatever, just in general, I apologize for doing that, and I really should not have done that. But I thought back then that was the right choice to do. For those who are new to the channel, by the way, haven't been around that long, a couple years back, I had like around 1,500 subs or so, and I was averaging, I had 100 views per video or so, which isn't bad, but it's also like, you have that many subscribers, you think viewership would be a little higher, but I mean, that's how it is for everybody. The ratio is never going to be a straight 1-to-1, you know? And that kind of just disheartened me, because, I mean, I felt that I was making great videos back then. They should have, I thought they deserved more attention. But it's also, the games that I play, they're all like old school RPGs, and not as many people really want to watch those. They want to see more of the newer stuff, which is fine. That's understandable. But yeah, I was kind of just bummed out about that whole thing. I know other people I knew were doing it back then also. So I think part of the reason why I did it was because they were doing it, but also I really just wasn't happy with the overall viewership. Which, again, the tenet is it's like a double-edged sword here. Like, you want to have more viewers and subscribers and all that, but you also don't want it to be your sole focus. So that's my stance on that there. But yeah, I shot myself in the foot on that. I'm still recovering from that. Like, as far as the numbers go, I'm just now like past that number where I was at. Like now, where I was a couple years ago. This was like 2010, 2011, I think I did that. And yeah, I'm just now caught up there. But yeah, for the people that told me back then not to do it, I do apologize. Like, I sincerely do. Because that was just a mistake on my part. And we can play the what if game. What if I hadn't done that? Just kept my subscribers, just kept on going, and go from there. Things could have been a lot better, actually. If we're just going by numbers here, take the subscribers I had then, like 1,500 whatever, to what I have now, which is 1,600 something. I don't know. I only check periodically anymore. Not that it really matters. But I mean, I could be over 3,000 subscribers, which, hey, that's cool and all and everything. But the bigger thing is I could just feel a whole lot better about this whole thing, because I just haven't been able to recover from that at all. So, I mean, that's my own screw up. I admit that. So, But I think the main thing is we need to just kind of like forgive, not forgive and forget, because I don't want to forget that. I want to remember that I did that so I can learn from it and not do it again. Because I feel like I betrayed a lot of people and probably lost some respect for some people, which is fair. I totally understand that because that's my own fault. Anyway, we're going off on a little tangent here, but I wanted to get that out in the open at least so people knew about that. So, um, but yeah, there's plenty of people out there, Let's Players, people that I know even, that have great content that just kind of just aren't noticed, and it really is a shame. But it's also we're kind of overshadowed in a way by so many other people out there. So, and yeah, we're all talking about this now. Let me actually pull up some tweets here from last night. I can use these as a reference. Because yeah, there's a handful of people I was talking to about this that seem to share my stance on it. And again, not everyone will agree with me on this. I mean, they might not even listen or whatever, which is fine. I mean, I'm just kind of voicing my own thoughts. That's pretty much it. Um, but yeah, there's some people that do support the idea and everything, which is nice. But yeah, like I mentioned with Rhodes earlier, saying that too many people they're flooding the scene with videos, which is a fair point. Um, what else here? There's so much to look through here. Another fair point here from Burnham. I want to just make this point here. I'm going to state this is what he said. Hopefully you don't mind me quoting this. They should have never let people monetize their videos at all because that's when this whole thing started with people getting to focus on just money alone. Which, yeah, like I was saying earlier, I just don't think is. I mean, it's again a double-edged sword. You want to say one thing, but you also want to understand the other point. Like some people, they make their full income from YouTube, which is cool. They do it for a career, which I think in myself that's kind of awesome in a way. Like, hey, you can make videos and get paid for it. For people who have it as a career, that's fine. For people who are doing it as a hobby, that really shouldn't be their sole focus. Like I was saying earlier, it should only be a side thing. And like I was saying earlier, all the people that do it for the love of the game, they are just overshadowed by everybody else, which is really a damn shame. Um, is there anything else I need to go over? Oh yeah, I was saying too. Oh, I was kind of alluding to this earlier, or sort of earlier. Like, say people want to start a new LPing channel, whatever. Maybe they want to. Oh, it doesn't matter what game they play. They start doing it, and they really enjoy it. But then after a while, they start to see like, oh, hey, someone else did this before, so they kind of they lose their motivation. They're like, it can almost be like, if someone else is already doing this, then why should I do it? You know? And I'm sure this happened more than once for plenty of people. Like they kind of lose their drive to do it, which is a shame because they could be really good at what they do, but they just see like someone else is already doing it, so what's the point? But I mean, they should still continue doing it just to have fun with it, but it's also kind of hard in the same way. Like in my case, yeah, I still do really enjoy Let's Playing. I've been doing it for so long. I just and I've met so many great people from doing it, so it's kind of hard for me to just full on quit. I mean, I did retire a while back, but I think that was more so I needed to step away from the hobby, get myself together, and then jump back into it with a new motivation. And I am still motivated to record and upload videos. It's just hard for me just to get time to do so and everything. So I can only get videos up kind of sporadically. So yeah, there's still people out there that do enjoy what I do, which of course I appreciate. You guys know how often I say that, and I'm not saying it just to be a fake or whatever. I really do enjoy the views that I do get, and it's not even all about the views. I know my view count's low. That's just what it is. That's fine. I appreciate what I have, and that's what you should do. You should appreciate what you already have. It's okay to want more out of life and Let's Play in general. Like, would I want more views, subscribers, or following, all that stuff? I mean, yeah, but this isn't an attempt for me to fish for all that or whatever. The way I see it, I want my videos to speak for themselves. I try to post a high quality video, or as best as I'm able to, with good, insightful commentary, That's funny when it can be. It also gives information on the game itself, and then some more backstory and stuff like that, and also insert like me in there, like me as a person. That's the way I see it. And then the fact that I can, it goes back to the money making thing as well. Like, yeah, I'm partnered with TGN. I get money from them every month, so that's cool. That's kind of a little motivation there as well. But that's again only a side thing. I let's play because I love the hobby. There are so many games out there from my childhood that I do LP, that I want to LP, that I want to share with people. The views, the views are just whatever. They're only a number. That's pretty much it. Doesn't matter if I did 10 views or 100 views or whatever. I still put 100% work into my videos to make sure they're as good as they can be. And if people watch and enjoy them, awesome. If they don't, well, that's fine with me too. Not really a big deal either way. But yeah, I do this more so because of the people that I've met along the way. And I've met tons and tons and tons of great people that share the same hobby as me. Some of them we fell out of touch with. That's just how things go. People I want to talk to more often. That's kind of why I have Twitter. But I mean, there's been so many people over the years that I've talked to, that I've met, and I've made like real friends with, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I just think people are let's playing for the wrong reasons. I mean, and again, I need to say this again also. These are just my thoughts, my opinions on this whole hobby. If you agree, great. If you don't, you don't. That's fine with me. I don't want to have any huge arguments about this or whatever. I mean, we can have a civil discussion on this. If you agree with some of my points, great. If you don't, you make a counterpoint. We can have a fair discussion about this. I'm totally okay with that. But I just want to keep it civil and keep it level-headed. That's all. That's all. Yeah, that's a lot I've gone over. Um, but yeah, so I mean, pretty much in summary, well, I've already did my little summary. I mean, now I'm kind of just rambling here. Yeah, this whole thing was of course like not rehearsed or anything. This is just me starting out with something and just kind of branching out from there. So, but if you guys did take the time to watch this video through the whole way, I really do appreciate your time. For the people who are still out there watching my videos and everything and still support the channel, you know how much I appreciate that. So a sincere thank you for people who are still out there supporting me. And I try to support those as well. I try to support my friends and like give them little shout outs and just talk to them, stuff like that. Just be friends with people. That's pretty much it. So with that, guys, I think I am done with this discussion. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Thought it was insightful, and this was good for me too, just to get out into the open. These are some things that I've been wanting to say and talk about for a while, but I just haven't been able to until now. I'm glad I did. So now we can have like a real good discussion about them. And yeah. So that, guys, this has been iHeartMovees signing off. Have a great day and thanks for watching.